faithful Niner Empire. What's good? What's good? What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Welcome back to another installment of What's Good with yours truly, your host, Jay in the Bay. Make sure you check me out, all social media platforms, specifically IG, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, under the name Jay in the Bay. I appreciate all the support. And thanks to everyone who's been rocking with me in the regular season. And it's playoff time. The 49ers had an emphatic win against some good old Dallas Cowboys. It was always good to beat the Cowboys. And it also was a road victory. You got to take that into account as well. Now the 49ers continue their playoff run on the road in the frozen tundra. It's literally going to be, like 0 degrees with the wind chill. So it's going to be very, very cold on a Saturday night in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But this is how it's got to be. We got to go through Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know about you guys, faithful, but I'm not really scared or concerned about Aaron Rodgers. We know he's great. We're just going to have to do our best to limit his offensive possessions in this game. But the usual suspects are there with the Packers. You got A-Rod, you got Devontae Adams. Both of those players, I believe, are all pro selections this year. Now, they also have a pretty good running game. Dillon actually led the team in carries this year. And they also still have Aaron Jones, who's been used as a running back, but he's also been lined up in the slot as a receiver as well. So they got a dual threat in the running game. They're getting back their best offensive lineman, David Bakhtiari. I believe he played last week against the Detroit Lions, or I should say 2 weeks ago against the Detroit Lions. So this is the healthiest Packers team we're going to face this year. They're also getting back cornerback Jair Alexander. So that'll be interesting to see. The Packers also have an all-pro player on the defensive side of the ball. His last name is Campbell. He led the team in tackles, plays the middle linebacker position. He led the team with 146 tackles. So our offensive lineman definitely going to have to get to that second level and get our hands on him, so he will not be able to make plays. Also, their leading sack man is last name is Gary. He's got 9.5 sacks on the year. So whichever side he lines up on, if he lines up against Trent, no worries. But if he lines up against Compton, hey, Compton's been playing pretty well, but he's definitely going to have to continue to play pretty well against Gary on that Packers defensive line. They have some interior defensive linemen that are really good as well. So this will be the ultimate challenge, I think, for the 49ers. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel, Niner Empire, but no NFC team really scares me. I feel like if the Niners play their game, we, run the ball, control the clock, don't give up a lot of points, don't get beat deep, I think we'll do just fine in this game. This will be a close game in the frozen tundra. And I think whoever controls the line of scrimmage, I think will win this game. And that's going to be a huge point for this 49er team going up into Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. I can't wait for the game. I know you guys are excited too, faithful, but let's get into Jay's 5 big things.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 big things.
Number 1, the point of attack. The 49ers need to win on both sides of the ball in the trenches. On the offensive side of the ball, we got to be able to keep a clean pocket for Jimmy. The Packers do a pretty good job in attacking the opposing quarterback. So we're definitely going to have to keep a clean pocket for Jimmy. I think with the clean pocket with Jimmy, he can make all the throws. There's really no concern about that. And on the defensive side of the ball, we got to be able to slow down the run. I was surprised. I don't know about you guys, faithful, but I was surprised that the Packers really want to establish the run. They got a dual threat at running back. And it's going to be a Yeah, it's going to be a game that's going to come down to whoever can control the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers have been able to do that. I think the past 2 months, especially in the games that we've won, we've been able to open holes for the running game, keep Jimmy clean, and also get after the opposing team's quarterback. So, number one, you got to win up front, faithful. That's number one. Let's get into number two. Juaun Jennings, man, he has been, honestly, I think this is what Shanahan wanted to see from Jalen Hurd, and we know how that worked out. But it's a pleasant surprise to see Juaun Jennings step up and make the most out of his opportunity. I heard a crazy stat. 23 out of Jennings' 27 catches have either been for a first down or a touchdown. So clearly Jimmy G has developed a rapport with Juaun Jennings. It's a beautiful thing to see. I believe Jennings last week had 3 catches, all on third down. So Jimmy trusts Jennings in those clutch moments. And it's good to see another wide receiver make the most out of their opportunity and be a viable weapon for Jimmy G and this 49ers offense. So I think Jennings will continue to make some big catches, use his big frame to get open, and Jimmy G just got to deliver him an accurate ball. So I think Jennings could be a sneaky offensive X factor for the 49ers this week against Green Bay. Number 3, the money down. Speaking of third down, it's one of the most important downs in football on both sides of the ball. We're going to have to do really well in converting on offensive third down possessions. If we don't, that means we have to punt the ball back to Green Bay. And we definitely don't want to do that. The key to winning this game, besides the winning at the point of attack, is going to be playing keep away. We have to keep the ball away from this Packers high-powered offense. And the way you do that is by converting multiple third downs, winning the time of possession. And on the defensive side of the ball, we got to be able to get off the field against this Packers offense. We can't allow them to have a long, extended drives. So we're going to have to get off the field. And we've been kind of hit or miss lately. I feel like on some downs or some drives we'll do pretty well. Like against Dallas, we did pretty well. In the second half, we kind of faltered a little bit. But the key is getting pressure on Rodgers, making him feel uncomfortable in the pocket, and making him speed up his throws, his decision-making. If we do that, we will have success on third downs on the defensive side of the ball. Number 4. Faithful. They know what's coming, but can they stop it? I don't think they can. We're going up against this Green Bay Packers defense that has allowed on average 4.7 yards per carry against the run. What do the 49ers do best? It's the running game. We got Mitchell back. He's healthy. Debo's running the rock now. He's doing pretty well. I believe he's averaging about 6 or 7 yards per carry. I'm easily thinking that the Niners should rush for at least 150 yards when you combine Debo and Elijah Mitchell. And I don't think the Packers defense will be able to stop it. And we're going to have to – I would love to see Jeff Wilson Jr. I've been saying that the last few weeks, but it seems like Shanahan's riding, hey, this is playoff time. He only wants the best players to touch the ball. And, hey, I respect that. So it's going to be a lot of Mitch, a lot of Debo, and I hope Green Bay, you better be ready for it because you know what's coming. Number 5. Definitely got to limit the big plays in the air. What I noticed in the last game against the Packers, which was week 3, it seems like that was many months ago, and it seems like we are a completely different team. But going back to that game, we did allow some big plays over the top, especially in man coverage, and that's something that we're going to have to not allow. And we had a lot of penalties in that game, especially defensive pass interference penalties. And that's something I believe we've cleaned up the last few weeks. And we're going to have to continue playing disciplined football, not allowing those defensive pass interference penalties that completely flip the field position. And one way that we can do that, play clean, don't hold, don't reach too early. And if we limit the big plays in the air, it'll make this Packers offense work even harder just to move the ball down the field. So those are Jay's 5 big things. Let's get into Hey Jay.
Hey Jay.
All right, it's about that time for Hey Jay, where viewers of the channel of the 49ers Cutback crew, shout out to them. These users are asking me questions, so let's get into it. What's good? Ronnie, thanks for tuning in. And Ronnie says, does Kyle like playing Jimmy because he knows how the defense will play against him rather than playing the mysterious Trey Lance? Hey, great question, Ronnie. No, I just think Shanahan, he riding with Jimmy. Shanahan is going to put Jimmy G out there. He is the quarterback that he trusts, and he knows what Jimmy brings to the table. I would not want to, have Trey Lance, a rookie quarterback, going up to the frozen tundra in the playoff time and start him. I don't think that would be a good idea, Ronnie. But hey, Jimmy plays well. Hopefully we won't have too many, oh no, Jimmy throws. But it's coming, right? It's coming eventually. We're just going to have to be able to overcome, and Jimmy's going to have to continue to play some of the best football he's played. And let's be real, Jimmy's playing for his future starting job. And I believe in Jimmy to a certain extent, but I know there's going to be some of those Jimmy oh no throws. But when he doesn't do that, he can execute this offense, and Shanahan no doubt trusts that. So Jimmy G will be starting on Saturday against the Packers. Next question. We got Chris. What's good? Chris says, I wonder what the effect of the 0-degree weather will have on Jimmy's 2 injuries when trying to throw the ball. I don't think it'll have an effect to where Jimmy won't be able to throw the ball accurately. Let's be real. When Jimmy is healthy, he still sometimes have trouble throwing the ball accurately. I don't think this will be much of a big deal. If it was a big deal, Jimmy wouldn't be playing and Trey Lance would be the starter. So ideally, if the Niners win this game, I don't see Jimmy really throwing more than 22 passes. And I think the 49ers running game will run for at least 35 times in this game. That's how I think the Niners will win this game. Is obviously on the ground in the run game. Jimmy mixing in a little bit of play action. But other than that, this is a game that's going to be won by, I think, Debo and Elijah Mitchell. And that's it for Hey Jay. Let's get into Fade Away Jay. All right. So Niners got to go up to the frozen tundra. Now, we played this team in week 3, but a lot has changed since week 3, faithful. Trey Sermon was our starting running back week 3 against the Packers. that just sounds unbelievable to me, right? Like Trey Sermon has not got a lot of run this year because there are better backs ahead of him. Let's just be real. Trey Sermon in that game only averaged about 3 yards per carry. He only carried the ball 10 times. The 49ers were not able to have an effective run game. And we only lost by 2 points. We had the lead, but that did affect us in that game. Debo Samuel, he only had 2 carries. And Debo, let's be real, Debo was not running the ball like he is now. The Packers have not seen that up close and personal. They've only seen it on film. But trust me, it's a lot different when you're on the field. Dre Greenlaw was out week 3. He'll be back, the game on Saturday. Josh Norman was our starting cornerback. Do I need to say more? Let's be real. That's an upgrade already. Josh Norman will not be starting. Hopefully not. We'll see the status of Ambry Thomas. And speaking of Ambry Thomas, he did not play week 3. And if he's healthy, he will be getting significant snaps at that cornerback spot opposite of Emmanuel Mosley. And Ambry Thomas has been playing much better at the cornerback position since he's been given an opportunity. So this 49ers team is much different than it was week 3 of the season. I feel like we are the healthiest that we've been all year. And no shade against the Packers. They're getting healthy as well. But if we play our game, I feel like we should be able to win this game. It's just going to come down to being disciplined as always, not having a lot of penalties, not turning over the ball, no interceptions, no fumbles. And if we're able to establish the line of scrimmage and run the ball like I think we will, because this Packers defense gives up about 4.7 yards per carry, I think the Niners should be able to run the ball, control the clock, limit Aaron Rodgers' offensive possessions, and I think we'll be just fine. So I got the Niners winning this game faithful, 24-20. And thanks for watching Jay in the Bay, the What's Good show with yours truly, Jay in the Bay. Hopefully everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully it will be a victory Saturday night. And hopefully we can do this show again next Thursday. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Niners.